Hi everyone, Tori here. I'm just gonna wait for a second to see if anyone pops on with me. And while I'm doing that, I'll just kind of tell you what I'm up to. I thought it would be fun to show you guys some of the junk journals that I'm working on right now. I'm so excited about them because I think I might have found my new love. I love making them. These are the three I'm working on right now. Those ones are all bound and everything, but I have to add pockets and stuff like that. But anyways, I'll kind of wait to see if anyone else pops on because I want to make sure that people actually get to watch this. So I'm going to just see if anybody else pops on. Let me see. I think there's 4 of you. Yay, hi. If you're here, say hi because I'd love to say hi to you, give you a little shout out. So leave me a comment. Again, ask me any questions. So today I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you the junk journals that I'm working on. And I made these 3 so far, and then I have 2 more that I'm working on but haven't bound yet. These 3 are Christmas ones, and then those ones aren't really Christmas related. But I am like seriously addicted. After I made that Thanksgiving gratitude journal one for the I'm a Cool Mom challenge, I was like, I need to make a bajillion more. So I made these 3, which are Christmas ones, and then I'm making 2 more, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna actually sell these ones. So I got invited to do like a craft fair in November, so I'm gonna make a bunch of them for the craft fair, and then I might sell some of them on my website too. I don't know if anybody's interested, but I'll kind of see. You guys can let me know if you would be interested or you think other people would be interested. Hi, My Life on Paper. She's saying, I've always wanted to make junk journals. Any idea what you'll put in them? Well, these ones are Christmas ones. I might save one of them, my favorite one, for like my December daily maybe, or for a December journal kind of thing. But I think I might actually use these for the craft fair that I'm gonna go to. So I'll just show you guys. I've been trying out different ideas on the spines just to see like what I like and what I think looks good. I'm not sure yet. What do you guys think? I could just do plain stitches too, but I thought it was kind of fun to do something a little different on them too. This one took the longest, but it looks cute, and then this one's cute too. It's funny, I had finished these ones on Thanksgiving, and I asked people what they thought, and 3 people like this one, 3 people like that one. So I don't know, it's a debate. Which one do you guys like better? Do you like the one that looks like, I think we'll call this the red one with the cross stitch, or the green one with the like where it comes to a point in the middle? I don't know. Anyway, so I got these books, all of these vintage books, I'll show you guys, at the secondhand store, which is like right around the corner from my house. And I think I paid $2 for them, or under $2, maybe $1.75 or 50 cents. Anywhere between 50 cents to $2. They're all different prices. And then I kind of just started playing with them and seeing what I'm doing. Anyways, I'll show you guys the Christmas ones first that I made. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. So I took these vintage books and I gutted them. And then I took out all of the pages inside. So that's what it looks like. So for example, I'll show you guys. I have a book here that I haven't gutted yet. So here's a book that I haven't gutted yet. And I get them at the secondhand store. And then I take out the pages on the inside like this. And then I replace that with other pages and things, fun goodies like that. Just kind of fun. So like I said, these ones are Christmas ones. So on the inside of all of these ones, I have some like cute Christmas papers. I can't remember what collection that is, but if you want to know what collection any of the papers come from, leave me a message and I will figure it out for you and I will let you know. So I'll show you one at a time. So in this one, I've got just some pretty scrapbooking paper here. I've got some tracing paper, and I included, in all of these books, I included 3 signatures that are stitched in, and then a variety of different papers. So I'm gonna add some like pockets and other goodies and things like that after, but I wanted to show you like the bare bones. So there's some tracing paper, some vellum. I have some vintage pages from a Frosty the Snowman book. Look at how cute that is. I love those vintage pages. I had to trim them down a little bit so they'd fit in the book, but I think it's still super cute. Journaling cards, cardstock, doilies. I included some vintage patterns, like sewing patterns. I also got those from the thrift store, and they were only 50 cents each. So, and you get like the patterns and also the tracing paper in there. And those patterns, these patterns are like super cute to put in the book. So I included those. I don't know why, I just thought they like added a nice touch. Some more scrapbook paper. Some of the pages from the vintage book. So like vintage pages. I added some tissue paper, some more scrapbook paper, vellum, tracing paper, some tags. I have to trim off these little strands, I think. I'll do that later. But and I just love all the different textures and things. I didn't add any coffee dyed pages, which I know is pretty common to include in junk journals, but I'm not crazy about them, and I don't like making them. So, look at that. Oh, I love this illustration. That's super cute. So I was like, I don't think I'm going to add coffee dyed paper. I'm just going to add like the scrapbook papers and the vellums and the vintage pattern pieces and the tracing paper. So there's still lots of texture and things in here, which are really fun. So this is that's the end of the first signature. So I don't know how many pages are in there, but definitely more than 10. 2, 3, 4. Anyways, and I'm gonna add pockets and flip ups and flip outs and things like that afterwards, but I just didn't get to that part. I know that some junk journal people, like I'm a Cool Mom, she designs the pages and then sews them in, but I kind of like the idea of sewing them in first and then adding the pockets and stuff, because when I did it the opposite way, my book got too bulky, and this way I can kind of control the bulk. Anyways, here's the second signature, which is really fun. I started this signature with an acetate, which is kind of like a fun see-through pocket, like see-through polka dot acetate. I don't know, I just really liked it there. And a doily, and then this gingham. And honestly, I just love the way that those 3 layer together. So cute. Some vellum, scrapbook paper, tracing paper, another vintage book page, another sewing pattern page. I didn't distress any of the edges of this. I don't know if I should. What do you guys think? Would you like distress the edges of the papers? Like, do you think I should? I did distress the edges on the cover, like around here, as you can tell, but I didn't do it to any of these pages, so I can't decide whether or not I would want it distressed or not. I need some help. Can you guys tell me? Oh, I'm so glad you love what I'm doing. I love it that this is like such a fun way to add like scraps and things like this. On here I've added like a bag. I added a giant manila tag, just kind of fun. Some more of that paper. I just love all the texture in it, and I think this would be so fun to journal and add photos and pockets and goodies too. So that's the second signature, and here's the third one. Again, similar thing, so I'm not talking through all of it. Here I added a card. Like, this is an actual card, like a card that you would send somebody. It's super cute. Tag. Oh, and I had this really fun textured paper. I don't know what you call this, but it's like, I don't know, it kind of is like tissue paper, but it's got a design to it, and I just thought it was super pretty. So I included that, and then I included this little envelope. I have to seal this up so that it's like actually like a pocket, but I thought that was kind of like a fun addition to the middle of this junk journal. The end of a tag, some vellum, tracing paper, you know, fun goodies. Hi, Courtney. This is the first time I've caught you live. Oh, I'm so glad you joined me live. I'm just showing you guys some of the junk journals that I recently made. Oh my gosh, I love making them. They're so fun, and they're actually kind of really addictive. Like, I've already made 3. These ones are kind of finished, except for they need the pages, and then those ones aren't stitched yet. Like, they need to be stitched, but all the pages are cut down. I just need to stitch them. So this is like, this is my 6th junk journal in the matter of like 4 days, because I just love them so much. So here's the other one. So this is the red covered one. And again, it's got pretty much the same things. I did the inside, some book pages, some scrapbook paper, a card, like a journaling card, some different things. Here's a little pocket, which is kind of cute. Yay! Hi, Kiwi. Joining me from Australia. That's awesome. Aw, thanks. Yeah, I agree with you. It's super addictive to make these. I actually thought some of these I could actually turn into pockets, like on their own. You can see I've got some more of that tissue paper, some vellum, a little pocket here. Yeah, I'm going to add some tags and things like that, but I need some help. Do you think I should distress the edges, guys? Because I don't know. I kind of like it without, but then I kind of think, oh, maybe it would look good with it. Okay, so here's the second signature. And again, I have an acetate piece, doily, some paper, tracing paper. Okay, I made my first mistake. This is supposed to be candy canes, and I stuck it in there upside down. So I'm going to try to cover this up. I'm going to make like a giant pocket or add a tag or something later. Whoops. Yay, Israel. Hi, Daniel. I've got some pattern papers. This page here is from a vintage sewing pattern. And the end of a pocket. Vellum. Look at this giant tag. Is that not like super epic? I don't know. I just really love it. I think it's super cute. So that's that. And then here's the third signature. I know I'm going really quickly, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. So as you can see, I've got another page from that Frosty the Snowman book that I repurposed. Some tracing papers and vellums and things like that. Really fun. And I'm going to turn some of these into pockets. Oh, and then here I've got another one of those. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but it's another one of those tissue papers that's got like a pattern on it. It's got like a wave design to it. Super cute. I just tried to include lots of different types and textures and stuff, and you can see that these are obviously very Christmassy. Like this one is very Christmassy. Because I thought it would be fun to make a few Christmas ones. I'm going to make some non-Christmas ones. These are actually going to be for a craft fair that I'm doing in November, and I thought November people will want to buy Christmas related things. So that's kind of why I'm going with the Christmas theme. But I'm going to make some non-Christmas ones so that if people wanted just plain ones, they could. So I'm going to use them for the Christmas fair. But then any that I don't sell at the Christmas fair, I'll probably sell on my website or on Etsy or something like that. So, yeah. Kiwi's saying don't distress the edges. She's not a fan. Yeah, I kind of like it like how it is. And the nice thing about leaving it without distressing the edges, which I just thought of too, but is a good point, is that if I don't distress the edges, then the person who buys the book can kind of decide whether they want the edges distressed. And if they want them distressed, then they can add the distressing. But if they don't want it distressed, then it comes without it being distressed. Does that make sense? And some of the pages, like you'll see this one here, already kind of has like a distress kind of look to it. So it's like I don't really feel like I maybe need to add anything. So, I don't know. So here you go. Here's some more of the pages. candy cane paper, scrapbook paper, cardstock, some tissue paper here, which is cute, old book pages, another one of those pockets. I have to seal this up. I'm gonna add like flip outs and things like that, some tags and a few embellishments and things. That way it kind of feels more complete. Right now it's kind of naked, it feels. I don't know. So that's the first signature. Some really pretty like gold foil vellum. And then the second signature, I've got another acetate. So you can see I kind of repeat the same types of pages. Like I try to include a variety of different sizes, a variety of scrapbook paper, but then also like the vintage pages, like the sewing pages and the book pages, and then like vellums and tracing papers and things like that, so that it's just like a variety. So here I've got a Christmas card. And I've got some of that Frosty the Snowman paper from that book I pulled apart. So it's really fun. What does a signature mean? Great question. So in junk journals, typically you'll notice that the person making the junk journal will have like sections of paper. So this is one section that's sewn in. This is one section, and that's another section. So these are called signatures. So this is one signature, two signatures, three signatures. And junk journals will have anywhere between 1 to 2 to 5 to 10 signatures. Like honestly, it depends on the person making them, and probably also depends on the size of the spine. I kind of like odd numbers in my junk journals. I don't know why. So that's why these junk journals that I've been working on have 3 signatures, but you could do more than that if you wanted. So it's kind of like the sections of pages. So here's another one of those tissue paper like pattern pieces. I just love that piece. It's super cute. Some vellum and a tag. So there you go. There's the 3 Christmas ones. And then here are the 2 non-Christmas ones. I'll probably add some stuff on the front covers, just something to make it feel complete. And then I also added a little hole at the top of all of these on the spine here, and added like a little metal grommet thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some tassels that you could kind of hang off of them so that they look really cute. So they're partway done, but they're not done. I just wanted to kind of pop on and show you guys what I was working on and see if you had any opinions for things I could add, kind of thing. So I like hearing from you guys and hearing what you guys think. So I've got the spines and the place to put the little dangly things, but I haven't added those. Do you guys like the idea of adding something on the front cover, or would you rather have them plain? I don't know. And then I'm going to add some pockets and things in here, and then some tags and things just to make it feel more complete. So those are the 3 Christmas ones I worked on. And then here are the non-Christmas ones. I kind of cut out all the pages and got it all ready and created the 3 signatures, but it's way too big. Like, it's way too bulky. So I have to decide whether or not I'm going to make more signatures, like make 5 of them, like make 5 sections of paper, or if I'm going to kind of take some of the pages out and put them in a different book. I'm leaning towards taking some of the pages out. So you can see this is kind of like an in-between stage one. So I have the cover, which I've gotten all ready, and I made it a little stronger. I'll just put this off to the side. I've made it stronger so that it'll hold up. I added some scrapbooking papers just to the inside to kind of make them look really sweet. And then I have all of the pages cut and ready to go in it, and I just need to stitch them. So I didn't really do that yet, but I will. So I'll just show you some of the pages that I have though, because I really like the way these ones work. So those were the Christmas ones. These are kind of non-Christmas ones. I kind of just went with colors that I really like. So I've got some acetates, some white like printer paper in there, some book pages. I've got some vintage kids storybook pages like Hansel and Gretel. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I've got some tags and doilies and vellum, some old cards, a pocket, a sewing design, some really pretty scrapbook pages, and I made this one like a flip out. I've got some vintage sewing papers, more scrapbook, some of my scraps and things I just cut into pages. This one isn't really organized in the right order yet. I kind of just stuck it all in here just to kind of get it ready, but I'm gonna edit this down probably because there's too much in here. Some tracing paper, and then an envelope that I made out of some scrap paper. So that's kind of cute. So that's one of them. And I kind of did the same thing for all three of the signatures. This one is super pretty. Look at this. I'm just gonna pull this out for a second. This vintage, I pulled apart this book and it had this like really gorgeous illustration in it. And I thought that would be like super cute to add to the book. Like it just adds such a fun detail. And then, you know, like all the other things, doilies and cards and manila envelopes, some tissue paper, flip outs, sewing ones, etc. So those ones I haven't actually finished yet or organized. I kind of just stuck them in the books. So that's the red one. And then the blue one I did a little different. The inside of it is more like blue tones. But I still kept with like a really bright, colorful color scheme just because I love that. And I like making things that I like because I figure if I like it, maybe somebody else will like it. So let's see, I'm seeing some good opinions here. Some of you guys like the plain covers and would like me to leave it. And then some of you think that I should decorate the front because it adds finishing touches. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make like a couple different type covers. Like some of them will have items on the front cover and then some of them won't. And I'll just kind of, I'll also put it on the front cover in such a way that it can be removed so that it doesn't kind of like, you know, get in the way. Like if you wanted to remove it, you could kind of thing. I don't know. Anywho, kind of gives you an idea. So I have a couple more covers here that I've already kind of gutted. So I have another book cover here. This one isn't done yet, but I've gutted it. And then I have those little books. I have Frosty the Snowman, Hansel and Gretel, and Cinderella and Friends, which I cut apart for pages. And I'm actually going to turn these into junk journals too, because I thought, how cute would it be to have a junk journal, kind of like this, but with the Hansel and Gretel on the front. That would be super cute. Or Frosty the Snowman for like a vintage inspired December daily. I don't know, guys. I think it's kind of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. And so I've made 6 so far. I still have to finish them. But I have tons more. Like today I went to the thrift store and I got another vintage pattern. This one, just because I like the colors. And then I got a bunch of books. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Oh no, I got 7. I got 5 like vintage books. You can see these ones. Different type covers. And then I got 2 of these little golden books. They had tons of these. I probably should have gotten more. But I just really like the illustrations in this one. So I got Bambi and I got Lady from Lady and the Tramp. And I think these will be really cute vintage pages that I could incorporate in junk journals. But also I think these would be cute covers for a junk journal. So I got 7 books and 1 sewing pattern. Here's the receipt. And I paid $5.37. Isn't that awesome? It's like the best part about going to secondhand stores. getting supplies to make junk journals for a really good price. Anyways, oh my gosh, this book is probably my favorite one that I picked up today when I was at the secondhand shop. It's just another one of these vintage books. I don't even know what it's called. It's called Cassante or something. I don't even know. I've never even read this. I don't know what this book is, but it's some kind of vintage book. But the reason I love this one, and I hope that you can kind of see this on camera, it's pretty distressed. Like the cover of the book is pretty distressed. It's got lots of like water stains and stuff like that. But I just love it. I just think that it looks super cool. Like it's got such fun details on it that I feel like if you're getting a junk journal and you want a vintage book junk journal or an altered book junk journal, like that's the kind of altered book that you would want. One that's got like such character. I don't know, so much character. I just love it. Okay, so I see a question here. Courtney's asking if I use the pages from inside the books that I got, and absolutely I do. You can kind of see that in some of these I added them back in. Like it's kind of fun to do that. And then there was one big book that I gutted that had like children's story. It was like a children's nursery rhyme book. And I gutted that one and saved the pages. Let's see if I can find it. Find a picture from that book. I know there's one here. Oh, here. Like there's one of the pages from the books. Let's see if I can find one in this book. Yeah, I definitely reuse the pages because I feel like it's a waste not to use them. Look at these Cinderella characters. Super cute. And here's another one of those vintage books. This one's got like song lyrics. Super cute. Anyways, do you guys have any other questions for me while I'm still here? Anything you want to see? You're wondering, do you want me to show you how to do something? I don't know. I'm happy to share something. I don't really have a plan for today's video, but other than just kind of popping on and showing you guys what I was up to, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a bunch of books kind of like this where they're pretty naked, where they don't have the pockets and the decorations and things like that. I'm gonna make a ton like that, and then I'm gonna go back and add the pockets and things like that afterwards, because I feel like you kind of get into a rhythm. Like it's easier to make multiple books at the same time. So like I kind of made all 3 of those Christmas books at the same time, and then these 2 non-Christmas books I've been doing at the same time, because you're cutting down the papers anyways and you're doing it, so you might as well cut down enough for 3 books or 4 books versus just doing 1 book at a time. It kind of works. And then you kind of like gut 4 books all at the same time, do the covers of all 4, do the insides, sew all 4, and then later I'll go back and add pockets and bloody. So, I don't know. I'm wondering, and maybe you guys can let me know in the comments of this video or whatever, is making a junk journal, like from start to finish, like gutting it, doing the cover, adding all the pages, sewing, adding the pockets and all of those things. Is that something that you guys would be interested in a video? Like, should I make a video on that? Is that something that you would want to know how I'm doing it? Because I've kind of watched like a bajillion YouTube videos and done a lot of research, plus kind of incorporated just things I know from making books myself. And I've kind of just done it all together to make these, so I could kind of make a tutorial video if you guys wanted. Leave me a comment, let me know. How did I do the stitches? So, I'm going to show you guys, or what kind of stitches I used. I honestly don't know what kind of stitches I've used, to be completely honest. I just kind of went in one signature and then came out the next one, went in one, came out the next, as I was going. I'll show you here. I just went through and stitched them all and then went back and added details. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let me see. What do I mean? Okay, so I'll show you a book here, or I'll show you this book that I have here. All of the books I did the same stitch, like just a simple in-out kind of stitch. I don't know what it's called. So you can kind of see, I'll open the signature up. I've got the threads in there because I haven't trimmed them down. I just went out through the first hole, into the next one, out through the next one, all the way up, and then I added a little knot inside the signature. So they all had like that straight stitch. All three of these had this same straight stitch. But then what I did is after I had done the straight stitch, I went back and added this cross stitch design, or I added this by just kind of pulling them together and adding a little knot there, if that makes sense. So it's a little different, but it's kind of fun. Courtney's saying that she'd love to see how I make them. Yeah, I think it would be kind of fun to do a tutorial. I don't know if everybody would like it, but I can make it for some people. Kiwi saying, judging by the questions, I think we need a tutorial. Okay, well, I don't have time to do a tutorial now because it would take a long time to do it, and I think it would be easier for me to film it and then edit it and then post it. So what I'll do is I'll do a tutorial and I will edit it and then I will post it so that you guys can kind of see how I'm doing it. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so Scrap Girl 12 wants to know what I'm doing for December Daily this year. And I'm going to post another video about that eventually when I can get around to filming it. But my plan is to use a Memorydex, which I don't know if you know what a Memorydex is. It's in the other room. Okay, I'll just tell you what it is and then I'll post another video. I'm going to do a Memorydex, I think, where you have like a spinning cards kind of thing. But I'm probably going to do 2 December dailies this year. One that's like in a book, whether a junk journal or an album, and then one that's a Memorydex kind of thing. If you don't know what Memorydex is, like just Google Memorydex. It's like a Rolodex, like one of those vintage Rolodex things that you put like cards on. I don't know, a couple of years ago, Paige Evans did something similar to that. So that's what I'm kind of thinking for December Daily. But I'll also probably do a 6x8 one that's of vintage photos or maybe flip-flop. I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want to do still. Okay. Well, I think that's it for me now today. I hope that you guys enjoyed kind of checking out what I'm working on right now. And seeing what I'm up to. I'm having a lot of fun making these. I really hope, I don't know, I'm putting all this effort and time into making all these junk journals, and by the end I'm gonna have like a dozen of these, and I really hope that they sell at the craft fair that I go to, because honestly, if I make all these junk journals and then nobody buys them at this craft fair, it's gonna be kind of sad because I don't know how I would use all of these. So I hope people buy them or want them. I guess if they don't sell at the craft fair, then I could sell them like on Etsy or something like that. Anyways, I don't know. Anywho, that's it for me today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And check back every Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, Polly, hey girl. I'm actually done. I'm done. But the video will post when I'm finished. When I'm finished and it uploads. I'm leaving now. Aw, thanks Kiwi for saying that. She said anyone would love them. That's so sweet. Okay, I'm leaving you guys for tonight. Let me know if you're watching the video after this, which one of the junk journals do you like the best? Which one of the spines do you like the best? And do you think people would actually want these at the craft fair? Okay, bye guys. Love you lots. How do I finish this? Okay, here we go. Finish.